Hey guys, this is Bob
And Hutcho?
from Better Music, and today we're going to take you through some of the beginner guitar pack ideas that we sell leading up into Christmas. It's a really busy time for us on the floor, and we get asked a lot about beginner guitars and guitar packs. So we're going to take you through three really cool examples of guitars that'll suit almost every player. We're also going to talk about this little amp, the Microcube, the almighty Microcube. It's got some interesting features on there, but very helpful tools as well for beginner guitarists.
All right, so the Microcube's a great little amp, particularly for practicing. You've got about half a dozen amp simulators in it, a bunch of modulation effects, as well as delays and reverbs, as well as some basic tone control. It features an auxiliary in, so you can run your iPad or your iPod into it and jam along with your favourite tracks. It's also got a headphone out, so you can practice without having to bother anybody else. It comes with a power supply as well as works with batteries as well, so it becomes a very mobile amp. You can kind of play anywhere, practice anywhere.
All right, so we'll start with the Squier Bullet. The Bullet is, as you can see...
Hey, Bullet, bro.
the Squier Bullet. We'll start with the Squier. It's obviously the Strat style guitar. This is great for blues and roots music as well as sort of funk. Anyone that wants to play Red Hot Chili Peppers, that sort of stuff, this is the guitar to get. Often when people come in looking for a beginner pack, we generally ask them what style of music they want to play. If the kids come in and want to play Chili Peppers, that sort of stuff, this is the guitar that we sort of lean towards. It's built for comfort. It is super, super comfortable to play both sitting down and standing up, so it's a really, really good entry point into starter guitars. Hutcho's going to take us through a couple of the sounds now, just to give you guys an idea of what it sounds like. Take it away, Hutcho.
Alright, so the other guitar we have here today is the Epiphone version of the Gibson Les Paul. This one's red. Okay, so the Les Paul, it's a bit of a different sound to the Stratocaster. It's a bit of a thicker, more compressed, a bit more high gain, more meaty kind of sound to the Stratocaster. It's typically used for some more kind of like high gainy kind of stuff, things with distortion and rock and roll and metal and all that kind of stuff. However, being one of the most versatile guitars on the planet, you could definitely pull off jazz, country, pretty much anything you could think of on this guitar. Okay, bands that would use this style of guitar and this kind of sound, you'd probably have bands like, your Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, all that kind of stuff. So if you're wanting to rock and roll and ride the lightning, so to speak, this is an excellent guitar to start on. Alright, so the next guitar we have with us here is the Ibanez Geo. Now, as you can tell just by looking at it, it's a bit more hard rock, a bit more metal, a bit more aggressive looking. So to me, this is kind of like a little bit of a 50-50 between the Strat and the Les Paul. So we've kind of got the Les Paul sounds with the pickup configuration. However, it plays a bit more like a Strat when you kind of get down into the scale length and all that kind of stuff.
Comfort too. It's kind of same sort of shape and
That's
stuff, but
right.
super Strat shape.
Yeah, super Strat kind of shape. So it's almost like you've got the best of both worlds with this instrument. Okay, so examples of some people or bands that use this kind of guitar would be any of those instrumental virtuoso super shredders like your Joe Satriani's and your Steve Vai's. Pretty much any metal band on the planet, whether or not you're going back to the big four like your Metallicas and Slayers and Anthraxes. Or any of the modern metal bands like your Killswitch Engage, or even some of the genty stuff like your Peripheries and things like that. Okay, Bob's going to give us a couple of examples of riffs that are kind of stylistically suited for this kind of guitar.
So there you have it, one mighty little amp and 3 awesome guitars for beginners. You can tell there's a lot of tonal variation between the guitars, and stylistically they will cover a lot of ground, so don't feel that you have to play rock and stuff on this. As Hutcho mentioned earlier, you can play jazz, you can play blues, you can play country on this. Alternatively, you can play metal on a Strat. It doesn't matter. These are just ideas that we have in store and we sort of suggest for people. If you've got any questions or any comments, hit them up below or come and see us in store. Thanks for tuning in. Rock on.